Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Hope everybody had a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Winter Solstice, and all that fun stuff. Time to get back in the ring. And here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday Night Preflight episode 88. As part of the usual, I am Cobble S. Cobble. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I know everybody's been quite busy here after the holidays and so on and so forth, and we want to take a moment to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, say Happy Winter Solstice to all of our fans in and around the Preflight family. Got a full show for you, and we're going to first start off with some arrivals, apparently. Our cameras are heading to the garage. So let's see here. Oh yeah, we got a bouquet card for you, and we have a group arrival. Let's see who's arriving first. Oh, it's Beth Myers. That means Haas and Aiden are not far behind. These three have been on a roll the last several weeks. Granted, Beth had a rough week last week with the former FSCW champion, Cade. No, not Cade, but Cade. And then the week before that, Sabrina. So very rough works. A few rough weeks here, there, last couple weeks, but Beth's hopefully going to turn around again, and can't wait to see who she gets this week. But first, we're going to start our night off with a Royal Rumble Fallout match. We saw last week between Pranav and Eric the Cobra Grunt. We saw Eric get decimated. Quite literally, he probably died 7 times. But he still thinks he's not finished with Pranav, so he's coming back to make sure Pranav remembers his name. Well, yeah, we got Mr. Jeff Henderson is also in match, and that's some other stuff planned for you, so hopefully everybody can sit back and relax and enjoy episode 88 of Wednesday Night Preflight. Can't believe we're just 12 episodes away from having 100 episodes. Well, we'll get to that in a minute, because on his way to the ring is Eric the Cobra Grunt. And yes, you see, ladies and gentlemen, we are back home in the Lions training facility. We're back home to where it all began. And Eric Krogan's jacket is still left up. But we'll see how Eric responds after getting, well, damn near his head taken off twice. Once on the outside and once on the inside, so we'll see if Pranav can withstand the pure aggression that is Eric the Cobra Grunt.
And approaching the ring, representing
Pranav still has that FSCW Feast or Fire championship briefcase. Not showing them today, but he still has that. He won at the Royal Rumble. That is good for either one of 2 options. Option 1, turn it in for a free title shot at the champ whenever and wherever, or hold on to it and guarantee you a spot in the FSCW tournament for the FSCW Championship. And we also, someone wondering, is Mr. Sharp going to be making an appearance? Sadly, no. He is still being detained over at the police facility and may not be back for a couple weeks. Apparently, some other stuff went behind, and they're holding him to clear up everything. So, with that in mind, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open the show up and let's get her going. Pranav runs into a Lupaz press right out the gate. Trying to work on Eric's head just the same. Pranav hits another Lupaz press. Trying to keep Eric down and off his game. Pranav goes to the wrist lock. And go right back to that elbow to the throat. That face mask does not protect your body parts, that's for sure. As Pranav goes for the arm, the knee, the head, any part of your body that he can damage to make you not be able to function without them. Pranav goes to the headlock. Eric's going to counter to the waist lock. And Pranav's going to counter that into the wrist lock. And Pranav is going to just drop another elbow right in the throat of Eric Cobra Grunt. Pranav stomps on him a bit, picks up Eric Cobra Grunt. Eric's going to go behind to the waist lock. Pranav's going to counter to a headlock. And Pranav going to send Eric and with a pull back European uppercut. Go right after that arm. And Eric's going to push off. And Pranav, finally Eric's got the head here. Kick to the midsection, the hammer stock to the back. Big diving knockdown clothesline. Eric working on the arms now, trying to stop the others. Hits a big elbow right to the midsection. That woke Pranav up just enough. Pranav's going to counter it, go to the waist locks. Eric's going to snapmare out of it. They lock up in the center. Pranav's going to win this match with the waist lock, but Eric's going to counter it. And Eric's going to turn him inside out and drive his forearm into the bicep and come back with a DDT. That looked like that hurt a little bit. And Eric Dees is just teeing off on Pranav's head. Probably payback for damn near breaking his neck. And Eric hits his own Lupez press. Eric drops the forearm to the back, but nobody home. Eric locks up with Pranav in the center. Pranav's going to win this one again to the wrist lock, but Eric's going to counter it to the headlock. And Pranav's going to power out of it. And big straight right from Pranav. And Pranav puts Eric on the second rope. Going to step over and do a springboard knee drop with the support assist from the top rope. Eric goes in the headlock. Hits an elbow to the face. Well, I punched in the face repeatedly. Pranav's going to counter it, and Pranav puts Eric into the sleeper, but he's in the ropes. And Pranav, he's going to pull out the Cobra Strike. Here comes the Cobra Strike. And somehow, shape, or form, that was enough to bust Pranav open. And Eric hitting the Cobra Strike DDT. Eric, authority, making Pranav bleed. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Eric showing Pranav he can take his damage and then deliver it right back. Big win for Eric and Cobra Grunt. They'll meet each other next week. It was something Pranav was caught off guard. He tried keeping the momentum from Eric, but Pranav found out the hard way. He can't keep Eric the Cobra Grunt down. Big win for Eric the Cobra Grunt. And apparently our cameras are running outside again for another arrival. Let's see who also is joining us this evening. Because after the holidays, everybody's coming out of the woodwork. So let's just see who we got now. We have cameras with shades. And oh, that is Donna Breezeman, your FSCW Women's Champion. We haven't seen her since she took the title from Sabrina, followed by Don Haddix and Vladimir, the FSCW Tag Team Champions. I wonder what brought them out here this evening. They haven't been in action since they won those tag straps from the tournament we had many weeks ago. So something must be big popping, or they're just showing up for the holidays. Catching that big paycheck they did, the rat bastards. They didn't give me any work for it, so. But we'll find out after a while what brings them here. But our next match is a match from about 2 weeks ago now. Between Rico Rain and Drake Blitz Avery taking on Frankie and Big Mike. We saw for several weeks now Frankie and Drake have been going back and forth beating the absolute hell out of each other. And so far Frankie holds the numbers correctly with the win column. The first couple times Drake said he wasn't ready, that he poked him in the eye, pulled his hair, ripped his trunks, and the ref had to be clear that you have no hair. You poked him in the eye as well, so payback's a bitch. And you couldn't do a low blow on you because your wife has your balls in her purse. So we saw last week Frankie and Drake had words saying we're ready, and then Frankie said Drake wanted to go last week. And Frankie's like, dude, you tried the week prior, what happened? You jumped me from behind and I kicked your head off. So how about this? Come next week, when you're fully ready and out of excuses, you take on myself and Mike. And then we'll see who the actual top dog is between the two. So they agree, and we have that match right now. Crazy Mike having a very rough match last week with Jesse with that Royal Rumble Fallout match. It was very brutal. So we're going to see those two go right back at it in the upcoming weeks, but this one have some scores to settle. And I also have some news later on that I will share with you all very soon. Regarding the tag straps and the FSCW Women's Champion. And William's still MIA. He's getting ready for Edge of Midnight, where he's going to walk in and the FSCW Champion as well as the Cruiserweight title and defend. So he's got a very large load to deal with. So we send him good luck, and we'll see him after that. I believe that's in 1 week or 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I have to double check my schedule to see when Edge of Midnight will be and where is it taking part of. Rico looks pretty well good after that last week's match where they beat Aiden and Haas. But the week prior, when he got knocked unconscious from taking that face buster into the steps, he was out of commission for a little while, that's for damn sure. But he looks ready to go now. Drake Coming back down to try and finish the war he started with Frankie, so we'll see how this goes. Those have been bickering all over the damn place, so we'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 out of 3 falls. So hopefully that settles, and Frankie hits the running neck breaker on Rico. Rico's going to try and run into a clothesline, but it walks right into a big back body drop. Frankie picks up Rico and just punches him on the outside. Frankie throws Rico right back into the ring. Frankie jumps back in. Rico's going to put him in the headlock, go to the arm wrench, to the wrist lock, to the headlock, elbow to the face. Punch, and now Frankie takes a tumble. And Drake tries throwing Frankie, but Rico's in the way. Rico goes for that forearm, but clips Drake. Frankie gets thrown into the barricade. Headbutt, nobody wins. Drake does the flip. The flipping leg drop. Rico just trying to dismantle Frankie by bashing him his head right in the post. Rico got to hop back in. Frankie looks unimpressed. Rico hits her right hand, but Frankie catches it, counters it, and goes that twisting wrist lock. That Fujiwara wrist lock, so I don't know. It's there, and Rico's going to power out of it. Frankie stunned slightly, but Rico goes to the headlock. Rico pull back, drop toe hold. Rico now right hand, there goes the headlock. Frankie's gonna counter it, go to the waist lock. And a beautiful backside suplex. Almost a German suplex. A high angle German. And Rico's going to put Frankie up top. This can't be good. Rico punches him in the face. And hits a big backside pull-out, a vertical suplex off the top rope. Rico just bouncing Frankie's head off the tarp and canvas. Jesus. Frankie ducks under, goes to the waist lock. Hits the teardrop suplex. Big shoulder block, sending Rico face pummeling. Rico's on counter, kick to the midsection, goes to the headlock. Elbow to the face. Rico to the wrist lock. And pull back clothesline. And Rico, once again, going right after Frankie's head. Dropping the elbow, Frankie's going to roll out of it and get the big guy in. Brings in Big Mike. Rico goes to the headlock. Elbow to the throat. Rico bounces the arm off. Big Mike pushes him away. They lock up in the top. They stalemate. They lock up again. Stalemate. And goes for a punch. Rico counters it. And he's going for that same wrist lock that Frankie did to him. But he's in right in the ropes. And Frankie takes a out of control clothesline there. Rico sends Crazy Mike into the corner. We got some cannon offense coming here. Rico Drake. Double hip toss. Elbow, double kick up. Beautifully executed there. Hits the sling blade. And that might be it. Here's the cover. One. Big Mike kicks out. Drake goes to the wrist lock. Mike's on counter, go to the waist lock. Drake's on counter with the head lock, elbow to the face. Kick to the midsection. Drake throws him in the ropes and they run into each other. And Mike, with surprise, hits the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Or the gut wrench. I'm not sure which one it was. The angle was kind of fucked up. We got some 10 offense on the other side now. Crazy Mike, drop toe hold, elbow to the face. And here's a match we all been wanting to see. Frankie versus Drake. And Drake's going to hit him with a Blackpool slam. I should say Long Tom slam. Hits a lock, goes for that stiff mid kick, goes to the headlock. Drake gonna pull back, that lifting high knee. And Drake had an idea, but decided not to fulfill with it, because Frankie got back up pretty quick. Drake throws Frankie, they both run into a head again. Rico comes in for the block, but they collided instead of hitting the move. And Rico comes on there and spears Big Mike. Another big shoulder block. Frankie gonna get Big Mike in. Big Mike gonna come back, clothesline, Rico, back pool slam. And Drake calling for Lon Tom. Spanish fly. And he hits the Lon Tom Spanish fly on Crazy Mike. Here's the cover, dragging him to the center. Drake, here's a cover, 1. Mike kicks out at 1. Mike goes to the headlock, goes to the wrist lock. Drake's gonna counter it to the waist lock. Does a little overcastle neck breaker. Drake kicks to the midsection, followed by drive-by big boot. Drake rolls over Mike, here's the cover, 1. And Mike kicks out at 1.5. Field breaker. Hits the field breaker. Mike's going to bring in Frankie while Drake's down. Drake is going to try and get Rico, but Rico walked the other way by accident. He saw people coming in clears, so he decided to run to try and get out of the way, and Drake suffers a big clothesline in the corner. Goes after the arm of Drake. Drake's going to punch him in the midsection. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. And now Drake's going to bring in Rico. Frankie immediately ignoring Rico and going after Drake, but that's a bad idea. Rico takes advantage, throws him in the corner, puts Frankie up top, punches Frankie, going for another vertical suplex. Hits the vertical suplex off the top. Frankie pushes Drake away, but Drake answers and says, how about a clothesline? And Drake, single arm splash. Rico Reigns go for the cover, 2 and 3. Frankie gets the first cover of the match. We see Rico who's trying to get, Frankie's been busted open, and Drake setting up the Caribbean splash. Hits the Caribbean slash driver. Frankie's been knocked out. Rico wins with Mike getting involved and Drake coloring it out. Rico, Drake pulling out all stops. And Drake didn't even get really much off. It was the entire Rico show. What a physical match between these guys. Jesus Christ. Mike tried helping, but he got cut off by Drake, so. Our camera's going backstage now. What we got here? When we get to there, that's looks like it's going to be Aiden and Haas sitting around a table in the back. Okay. Oh, it's Don Hennigs. Knock, knock! We've been watching you both over the last few weeks, and very impressive. So tonight, we want to see just how good you both are. We decided to meet you in the the ring tonight. So get ready, ladies, and we'll see you out there. You learn we are the bar. So enjoy your brewskis. Because after the end, you're going to need them. So that's going to be an interesting match. Haas and Aiden versus the tag team champions. Talk about a hell of a main event. Well, Beth Myers, if that is your name. Oh, it's Breezeman. And Beth's in the locker room. Who said that? Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, the FSCW Women's Champion. I've been watching you since your debut. All I can say is impressive. That thing I was not finished. I want to see just how good you are. So tonight, you're stepping in the ring with me. So you best be ready, Buttercup. The name is Beth, so get it right before I mess up that pretty face of yours. Bitch, please. Whatever. See you, rookie. Indeed we shall, bitch tits. So we got 2 blockbuster main events. No. Holy shit. We got the tag team champions in the ring. We also have the FSCW championship. With them here now, I can make the announcement I wanted to make. After this match, come next week, we're starting a #1 contenders match or people trying to punch their ticket into a #1 contendership for those tag titles, as well as the FSCW Women's Championship. So, we got a lot of action coming up in the next few weeks, so it's going to be very, very busy after the holidays and the new year, which is just right around the corner. But our next match of the night is going to be the new debuting Jeff Henderson, who's been very impressive these last several weeks, getting some wins and some losses. Old school Jeff Harrison, so, and apparently it's another mystery component, so we'll see who answers the call. As Jeff enters the ring, he awaits his opponent. And what is this? Marcus is answering the call. Very interesting. We have the old school versus the new school. What a match this is going to be, pitting the old school versus the new school. And Marcus has been on a tear as of late. We've seen that he pretty much had to put Rico on the shelf. But we see he's back, but this is going to be a very interesting battle between these two, ladies and gentlemen. And we shall be right back as this match is getting started. We're going to our commercial break.